Good afternoon. Very happy to see such a large crowd for the second display of Mahindra's products and technologies in this Auto Expo. What we will talk about next is something that we are very excited about and could be the game changer for mobility in India. We believe that we are shaping the future with clean, green, and lowest cost commuting solutions. Just imagine traveling from Connaught Place to Delhi International Airport for an energy cost of 10 rupees and doing so in air-conditioned, climate-controlled comfort in your own car without emitting a single molecule of harmful gases. Mahindra is working on an integrated ecosystem to provide this kind of transport solution. And to talk about the vision that Mahindra has in this area, we have our Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Anand Mahindra, who is very excited about what we are doing in this area. Anand?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you again for being here. Pawan's already used some key words in his short address, but I think they are very important and bear repetition. People often ask me, what does Mahindra want to be? Where does Mahindra want to go? And I think what we are here to demonstrate right now is that the M in Mahindra stands for mobility. What we want to do is to shape the very future of mobility, not just in India, but hopefully around the world. We want to change the way people commute, and we want to do it in a way that's responsible, that's green, that does not tax the planet, and that makes the experience of commuting guilt-free and a very joyous one. The important thing that we do different, and I want to emphasize this now, is that we are not here to talk about a product. We are here to talk about a solution, about a system. We start in Mahindra Reva, and indeed in Mahindra everywhere, with the customer. We do not start with a product and then say, these are the features, this is the price, please buy our product. What we want to do is to ask customers, how do you want to commute? How do you want to travel in the future? And I believe that the products we are going to unveil here answer the needs that every customer has explained to us and their aspirations. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand this back to Pawan so that we can get on with it and show you exactly what we plan to do to be game changers in mobility in the future.
Can we just see the vehicles, please? We'll have time for some questions that you may have on this initiative of Mahindra. Anyone wants to ask any questions? Yes. Are you from media? Are you from media? This is only for media, I'm sorry. We'll talk to you separately. Are you from media? Okay. No, this is not the launch of this vehicle. We are showing only the concept car right now. When we launch the vehicle, at that time we will talk about the price and the features. We expect to launch the vehicle before Diwali. Are you from media, Swati?
Okay, so when you talk about the electric vehicle and the push that the company is now giving it to, the emphasis that you're putting on to other than petrol and diesel vehicles, what's the kind of work that has gone in so far as M&M is concerned into electric vehicles? Just take us through your journey ever since you've taken over Reva. How are things panning out and what do you see in the electric space? Feasibility and infrastructure is still a problem, isn't it?
That's a very long question. Chetan, you want to try?
Sure. We've, in the last year and a half, been spending a lot of time on understanding customers, upgrading the technologies, putting in new areas and new patents in this area. And we've also been looking at electrifying other potential platforms of Mahindra's. We think the time is right now, with the changes in technologies and with Mahindra's presence coming in, that we can now work towards creating affordable electric cars, which will make a meaningful difference today.
What would you want me to add? Well, the feasibility of electric vehicle for commercial success unfortunately depends on some kind of subsidy because the cost of battery, controller, motor still is very high. Until the volumes become large volume, we will continue to need the subsidy from the government. The Government of India has a very strong program right now to promote electric mobility. And therefore, we are hoping that when we're ready to launch this program, there will be ample support from the government to be able to make this commercially affordable for the consumers. As one gentleman here asked, the price was the first question, and that obviously becomes very important because I don't expect anybody to pay a large premium to own an electric vehicle, even though on an overall ownership level, they are still affordable. But even so, nobody will pay a very large premium for buying it. And therefore, for some time, we will need government subsidy to be able to get the initial momentum for commercial vehicle success. Sorry, I cannot hear you. What is the question? Findings of the consumer. Findings of the consumer. Finding of the consumer. In what sense? In what sense? Well, all I can say right now is that we sell a product called Reva I that we have been selling that came from Reva for some years now. Even though it's a two-seater vehicle, those who own the car are very happy with the convenience, with the noise-free and pollution-free running that car provides. And therefore, I think consumers in India and many other places in the world are ready for electric vehicle as long as we as manufacturers are able to supply vehicles with good range, with trouble-free operation, and at a price that the consumer is willing to pay. And therefore, that becomes extremely important.
Just to add on that, the consumer insights are a result of over 180 million kilometers of consumer experience with over 4,500 vehicles that we've had in 24 countries. So we've used these insights to really create the next generation products that you're seeing today.
Okay, we'll take one more question only. Ketan, you had a question here somewhere? Where's Ketan? Ketan, okay, go ahead. So he's handing it over to you. Last question, Murli. Okay.
Well, it's been a very good partnership from that perspective because we've been able to leverage the supply chain network and manufacturing processes, coupled with the fact that we've added new technologies. Both of them, I think, are going to result in what we discussed earlier in creating affordable vehicles.
Okay, we will now move on to the other side where we have the two-wheeler products. We'll be unveiling two-wheeler products here. So please come on that side and we'll start there.